The green slime on Nickelodeon shows is synonymous with both celebration and humiliation, but did you know there are some disturbing things behind it being used? A bit toxic. There are instances where Nickelodeon's green slime has been toxic when consumed or when it touches the skin. Some claims and speculations have been made that the green slime contains radioactive materials. While this might not be entirely true, repeated exposure to the green slime can often lead to vomiting, irritation, and at times, cramps. It can also be life-threatening for pets who ingest it. In 2019, there was a report of children getting burned by the green slime shot out of cannons at a Nickelodeon concert. Vivian Hanna, a mother who was at the concert with her 2 kids and some of their friends, said, "I'm absolutely raging about this. The medical center at the arena was full of crying children being treated for burns." The mother, while explaining the conditions of her children and why they would never want to go to a slime festival again, said, "Both boys were blotchy red and their skin was really warm." Soon after, Hannah was shot almost directly in the face by one of the cannons. At the medical center, she was covered in welts and her skin was burning hot, as if she had sunburn all down her back and chest. While explaining the tragic incident, the mom said a Nickelodeon representative didn't give her a satisfactory answer after seeking him out. A Nickelodeon spokesperson later gave a statement that said, "Protecting children's safety and well-being is of paramount importance to us. A small number of children of the thousands who were slimed during SlimeFest 2019 experienced a minor skin reaction. As is standard practice with our events, trained medical practitioners were on site. They provided assistance to those affected. However, this reaction wasn't enough, as many people became very disturbed by the idea of green slime being shot at children." Invention by accident. Nickelodeon's green slime didn't just start because it was intentionally invented for kids' shows, it came off as an accident instead. The co-creator Jeffrey Darby of the TV show You Can't Do That on Television mentioned that the slime happened by accident. In his words, Darby said, "Slime was an accident. Honestly, it was an accident." He went on to say that they were trying to keep the kids on the show from pulling on a chain, and they had decided to get a slop from a nearby restaurant to pour on any kid who did. While explaining, Darby said, we want you to take all the stuff that's left on plates over the whole day and put it in this bucket. And then we were going to dump it on the kid so that it looked like if he pulled the chain, sewage would come out. But the crew didn't shoot the scene because it was already overtime and it was against the law to go overtime with children. They canceled and got back together to shoot the scene the following week. Darby mentioned that the prop man informed him that there was no fresh slop, except the old one from the past week, and that it already grown green mold. Scared and concerned about losing yet another scene time, Darby informed the prop man to get on with it. He said, "So we had to get the scene right? We couldn't get more slop because we couldn't. I said, dump it on the kid anyway." Darby said that the slime got invented this way and it was literally not healthy, as the kid only needed to keep his mouth closed and jump into the shower later. While recounting the experience, Darby noted that the smell of the first slime was indeed terrible. Green for a reason. Have you ever wondered why the original slime continued to be green instead of being made into a different attractive color? The slime was specifically made to be green to invoke some interesting reactions in children when they see the color green. Taking a cue from the origin and invention of green slime, you discover that the idea behind it was to make it appear as if it had been dumped from the sewage. Well, the green drives that point home. The choice of color makes it look like a mixed signal of punishment if you get slimed. The creative director of Nickelodeon from 1983 to 2000, Scott Webb, said they were trying to make a statement with the green slime so that kids would be able to differentiate Nickelodeon shows from the others. Webb went on to explain how one of Nickelodeon's creators, Roger Price, understood how children always get themselves into sticky situations and compared it to pouring slime on them. He explained that it wasn't intended as a punishment when he said, "By having water and slime dumped on these kids and having them chained up as prisoners, for a kid watching at home, it has this catharsis. It was never meant to be a punishment, and it was always a celebration." Richard Berry, the chief slime officer, also ran with the belief and called the green slime an approved mess. He said, "If you go out in the backyard and get mud on your head, your parents would kill you. But if you got slimed, they would want to take pictures of it." That defies how green became acceptable as the color of the slime and has gone on to be part of children's lives. How edible is it? Growing up, you'd remember the iconic green slime accompanied by Nickelodeon shows. It absolutely sounds weird to discover that Nickelodeon's green slime is actually edible, and delicious too. The recipe for this mixture has been kept as a secret until recently, when it was revealed by the former Nickelodeon host Mark Summers. It turns out that what goes into making green slime are actually basic staples like vanilla pudding, applesauce, green food coloring, and oatmeal, which form the sticky consistency of the slime. The recipe wasn't always the same thing. It's gone through many changes over the years. The original recipe started with wheat, green food coloring, cooking oil, and baby shampoo. This has been adjusted to make it safer for human contact. A Reddit user who was slimed as a kid described the taste of the green slime in his experience when he said, "I was slimed as a kid. The texture was mostly applesauce, but it tasted like lemon-lime flavoring. I'm guessing they flavored certain batches that were more likely to be eaten by dumb kids. They also had multiple recipes involving different ratios of ingredients depending on the desired thickness and coloring." Jeanette McCurdy, who portrayed Sam in iCarly, had a different opinion when being asked about how Nickelodeon's green slime tastes. She said, "It tastes disgusting actually, but it feels great, so that's all that matters." Nickelodeon's green slime wasn't made for consumption, but it was made edible in case it finds your way into your mouth, which is always possible. Slimming cereal and ketchup. Speaking about edibility, there was a time when you could literally buy and eat green slime cereal. The cereal production was limited, and it was created when General Mills partnered with Nickelodeon for the 2003 Kids' Choice Awards. The cereal contained slime-shaped corn puffs and marshmallows shaped like Nickelodeon's logo. When commenting on Mr. Breakfast, some users have related their experience to the old-time cereal and how they would love to have it back. One user said, "It was seriously good. It looks like they just made it to promote Nickelodeon, but it had a nice fruity flavor that's better than a lot of cereals today. I would buy it again if it ever came back, and I'm an adult now." Another user also made note of how awesome it was by saying, "I love Nickelodeon cereal. OMG, it's my fave, and I've been trying to find a place I can buy some." Aside from the cereal that stopped being in production, there's a green slime ketchup that is still in existence today. Many people do find the color unsettling and think it wouldn't taste nice though. Surprisingly, the ketchup has a great taste according to some people. One taster on Today's Food said, "It really does taste like a watery but pretty delicious ketchup. Looking at it, I would expect it to taste greener, like kale." Even though some editors at Today still find the color upsetting, they said, "Overall, our tasters like the flavor of the slime sauce and would be willing to eat it on burgers and fries." Although one noted she might have to close her eyes while eating. Another taster noted that the slime turned her tongue bright green. More amusing comments were made by people who tried the ketchup, and they said it tasted exactly like regular ketchup, except for the color, which might be upsetting. Sliming celebrities. Many celebrities do not like getting slimed and absolutely detest it. Some celebrities have described the experience as being puked on, while some actually enjoy the experience. Day Shamaholtz, the master of all things slime, said some celebrities in fact look forward to getting slimed. And they expect it to not only come and play at the kids' show. He said, "There are definitely celebrities who call and say they want to be slimed. There are creative ideas we're working on in the show where we ask celebrities, and then there's some that are just a full-on surprise." Shamaholtz also mentioned that they already have permission from most artists to get slimed. While explaining, he said, "You know, for the most part, the celebrity community knows when they're coming to Nickelodeon, they're coming to play. And when you come to Kids' Choice, you know that slime can come from anywhere in the arena at any time." Another funny thing is that celebrities get prepared and told what to expect before being slimed. The slime master made us understand how that it's very important when he said, "It's one of my favorite parts of the job actually, preparing them for what's to come, because their inclination is going to be to hide or avoid or run just because it's cold, it comes fast. We sort of just tell people to sort of embrace the moment." According to Shamaholtz, this is necessary so that the celebrities can have a beautiful picture to show off their sliming experience. He made a point that dispensing the green slime on celebrities doesn't have a certain way to it because sometimes it explodes from underneath or comes from above through a hose. Many celebrities have been drenched in Nickelodeon's green slime, as it appears to be a rite of passage young celebrities look forward to. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye!